now.
Blow by blow, Police Complaints Authority investigates a clash between spectators and the police at yesterday's Panorama semi-finals. Good evening, I'm Samantha John. This is the TV6 News.
Good evening. Villa Farmer to come in sport. Coach Kelvin Williams praises Team Red Force and explains poor batting performance.
Good evening, I'm Damian Solandi. Showers remain in the forecast, but a break could be coming up later on in the week.
Thank you for choosing us. Here's what else has made headlines. Bad drugs. Former Prime Minister Patrick Manning's sister questions the quality of the medication administered to her brother.
Is his value of his warfarin, that's the tablet that he was taking, is the warfarin doing the job that it's supposed to do? And it was clearly demonstrated on admission that it was not.
No water taxi security as estate police officers on the port walk off the job. And thousands of forestry division workers fear job losses over government plans to establish a forestry authority. The police come under scrutiny again, this time for their behavior at yesterday's Panorama semi-finals, where officers rained blows on patrons moving from the North Stand area to the greens of the Queen's Park Savannah. The Police Complaints Authority has launched an investigation. TV6 News was on spot and obtained some exclusive footage.
The situation was a recipe for disaster. This cell phone footage shows the fire services erecting a barricade after declaring that the northern greens, the party area to the west of the stage, was filled to capacity, preventing people who had been in the area before from re-entering, in addition to preventing new patrons from entering. Patrons with tickets to the North Stand were allowed to go into the greens, despite earlier reports from Pan Tobago President Keith Diaz that patrons would only be allowed to stay in their designated areas. Despite the blockade, the Minister of Arts and Multiculturalism, Winston Peters, managed to move past the barricade with an entourage, and this further angered the patrons. Then, once one woman managed to slip through the barrier, the floodgates were open, and a sea of patrons stampeded through the gates, eventually causing the police officers to return to maintain law and order. That's when people say the police took it too far.
A little while ago there was a stampede where all of the patrons broke through and went in. Right now the police and the fire services are creating a barricade along these lines. But right now patrons on both sides are very upset.
Most of them upset with the way that the police handled the situation.
People who have authorization to go back and forth, the violence that is being against the people, I mean, it's ridiculous. They have officials from Pan Tobago, they were attacking officials, women, it didn't matter. They were just like mad people.
Port of Spain Mayor Louis Leasing, who was on hand to witness the fracas, did not comment on the police action, but said that the idea to have 3 sections was a novel one which needed to be fine-tuned.
If you have a bottle of water, it is already 3/4 full, and you keep adding drips of water to it, it is going to overflow, and that is what is happening here this evening.
Anything that you personally can or will do, Mr. Mayor?
Well, I certainly would like to meet with the relevant people to understand what they propose to do to sort out the matter.
Eventually, the voice of the people overcame the concerns of the officials, and free access was allowed between both sections.
So I want to open it up so that to ease the tension between everybody wants to enjoy the panorama.
The Police Complaints Authority has since issued a statement expressing concern over the reports of violence. However, they say that they also understand the threat posed by patrons. The authority maintains that police must always act within the parameters of the law. Kijan Haynes, TV6 News.